TSL cuts out the bullshit. Real simple. It opens a space for me to just be me finally, is what TSL does. Whereas all those other things said, you can't just be you and get laid or be connected. You have to be X, Y, and Z. And where that actually led me was to con artistry. Feeling like, well, my identity just has to be whatever it needs to be in the moment for whatever I'm trying to achieve. And that's the opposite of authenticity. And I find authenticity is easier. Authenticity is more resonant. It goes deeper. And I like that better. So that's what I'm in pursuit of now. And I don't see any other products or like communities or systems on the market out there that offer like, hey, you can be authentic, and here's, a way of unfolding that will create the life that you want. I like to think of it like training wheels. We all are born to be sexual and social, and we have this innate drive to do it. But some of us have been raised with these myths of you've got to figure out a way, and some of us, me in specific, feel like we need a structure for making that happen. Techniques for expressing our identity, rather than what is often the case in the seduction community, where the technique is the identity. My first exposure to like living sexually was through the game, and that left me with this idea of you have to do all of these things in order to get laid or to create a relationship even. And it led to a whole bunch of like deformed relationships. Because a lot of the techniques stuck with me, there was always a sense that it was the techniques and not me. Like that my identity was subserving the techniques, and I was never fully expressing me. My mind had worked me into a corner where it was like, well, I'm authentically choosing to use these techniques, which was sort of like I'm providing a woman with this experience, and like it's not an experience of me, it's like augmented me or whatever, which still implies that I need augmentation in order for somebody to accept me or to desire me sexually. What am I actually committed to? Is it authentic connection and relating and exchange, or is it just like playing human beings like levers on a machine? If you're gonna go that way, from what I've seen and from what I've heard, it does deform you. Man, he even put it in the book. It was, I found that I was dehumanizing women, and that the better I got at the game, the more I dehumanized them, and that I was dehumanizing myself. And so we're not being true to who we are when we treat people that way. Yeah, I don't see anybody, okay, well, there could be something else out there like this, but like somebody who is actually interested in manifesting meaningful long-term life change, like through ongoing interaction with a group of people who are like, hey, I see where you're at, and I'm going to follow you through it. I mean, I see workshops, I see, one-off coaching programs where you get like a call every 3 or 4 weeks or something, but that's not enough to maintain a habit or to build an actual skill set or to shift a behavior and to change. Through giving you the space to open up with other men, first of all. Like the calls are the actual practice. The communication is itself, training and being yourself. If you can find the courage and the strength to be on the calls and to share yourself with the people there, there's no difference between those people and the rest of the people in your life or the rest of the people you encounter. We're all human. And it's just finding the courage within yourself to like open up. Accepting my own like emotional satisfaction and physical satisfaction rather than like idly pursuing intellectually what I think I should be pursuing. So I'm coming from a place where I'm nourished, like right now, like literally right now. I feel finally nourished sexually, maybe socially less so. I have a sort of tendency to throw all my social eggs into the sexual basket, the relationship that I've got, and I sort of go do my introverted thing and watch movies and stuff. But like, so I'm coming from feeling like I'm at a place where I'm happy and I've got enough. And I'm still intellectually like curious and driven forward by like what I can accomplish and what I can create. I mean, I'm in an open relationship where I'm totally authentic. She knows that I'm here. I've told her exactly what I'm up to. And we're in a place where we're like, neither of us wants a serious monogamous commitment, but we can both share and exchange everything. Like and hang out and cuddle and fuck and so there's this space where I can be like, all right, so what is my sexuality? And that's sort of that's what I like. One of the things I uncovered through TSL that I would have never seen had it not been for this, as opposed to other like seduction methods or systems, was like my need to go after things that I actually was interested in, like women who resonated with me, women who were interesting, and that was generally the kind of result that I would get already. But I would always sort of be like, but this isn't what I really want. And what I've come to realize is like, I am happy with being with people who are attractive and who resonate with me as a human being, who I can have a genuine connection with. So I guess what made TSL different than any other seduction or whatever stuff that I'd participated in was the emphasis on going inward, the emphasis on my subjectivity, like who I uniquely am, and a way of expressing that. And it gives you a level of belief in the magic of the everyday. Like, this is something we're all born to do, being social and being sexual. And there's no like, ultimately the answer is within, right? This is one of the philosophies taught, is that we all know how to do this. And my belief about it is that there's sort of a cultural myth that we don't. And who profits from that myth? The seduction industry. And I'm not saying that everybody who is a coach or has produced a product is a liar and a cheat. I'm just saying that for 100,000 years, Homo sapiens did this, and sex was had, and we're still here without the seduction industry. And like, TSL really was like the halfway point between like, oh my God, I need all of this seduction technique and skill and ability to get laid, to like, okay, well, there's a way of like expressing myself, just who I am right now, whether or not I'm homeless, or whether or not I have a job, or whether or not I'm conventionally attractive, or whatever, that will get sex to happen.